Beyoncé may rule the stage as the undisputed queen of music, but when it comes to business, that crown starts to wobble. Think about it, Beyoncé dominates every chart she touches, yet her business ventures often fade out quietly. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian, someone many first dismissed as famous for being famous, has built an empire that only keeps expanding, from beauty to shapewear to billion-dollar deals. So here's the question. How can the world's biggest superstar struggle to turn her influence into long-lasting businesses, while Kim K continues to print money with every launch? In today's video, we're breaking down the surprising truth behind why Beyoncé's business moves don't always match her music success, and why Kim Kardashian thrives in the same arena. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because you don't want to miss the insider breakdowns we drop every week. Let's start with Beyoncé's most recent headline-making flop, her breakup with Adidas. On paper, this should have been a dream collaboration. Adidas had already struck gold with Kanye's Yeezy line, so when they announced a deal with Beyoncé's Ivy Park, analysts predicted another empire in the making. The projections? Over $250 million in sales. With Beyoncé's global influence, that figure almost seemed conservative. But what happened next shocked the industry. Instead of raking in hundreds of millions, Ivy Park sales collapsed to just $40 million. That's a fraction of what was promised, not just a miss, but a near disaster. Shelves stayed full, collections went unnoticed, and the hype simply never matched the numbers. And for a superstar who can sell out stadiums in seconds, this kind of failure raised eyebrows. How could someone with one of the most loyal fan bases on Earth not convert that same energy into fashion sales? By 2023, Adidas had seen enough. The partnership ended quietly, almost swept under the rug. No splashy statements, no emotional farewell, just a cold business decision. Ivy Park went from being positioned as Adidas's next Yeezy to being remembered as one of its biggest disappointments. But here's the thing, Adidas isn't the first flop in Beyoncé's business journey, and it definitely won't be the last. If the Adidas split was shocking, it's not the first time Beyoncé's business ventures have failed to deliver. In fact, there's a pattern, one flop after another. Let's rewind. Back in 2004, Beyoncé launched her fashion brand House of Duran, inspired by her mother Tina Knowles. It was supposed to be her entry into the fashion world. But instead of setting trends, critics said it was just chasing them, a watered-down version of what was already on the racks. By 2012, the brand had completely vanished. No farewell, no legacy, just gone. Then came 22 Days Nutrition, a plant-based food line she promoted heavily after her Coachella comeback diet. On paper, it sounded perfect. Beyoncé's body transformation paired with a lifestyle brand. But dietitians dragged the plan for being unrealistic and unsustainable, and the public didn't buy into it. The brand quietly disappeared, leaving almost no trace. Even her foray into fragrances followed the same path. Her first perfume, Heat, actually started strong, flying off shelves thanks to her star power. But as more versions rolled out, the momentum fizzled. Soon enough, Beyoncé's fragrances were spotted where no luxury brand ever wants to end up, the clearance section, collecting dust at discount stores. And of course, there's Ivy Park. Despite blockbuster campaigns and splashy photo shoots, it never truly connected with buyers. The marketing sizzled, but the sales didn't. Which brings us right back to the Adidas collapse. So the question is, why does Beyoncé, one of the most influential artists on the planet, keep fumbling the business bag? Here's where things get interesting. Beyoncé's brand is her greatest strength in music, but in business, it's her biggest weakness. Think about it. Part of what makes Beyoncé larger than life is her mystique. She's private, distant, untouchable. She doesn't do casual Instagram lives. She doesn't flood TikTok with behind-the-scenes clips, and she almost never breaks the fourth wall with her fans. That works perfectly when she's selling music and an image of perfection. But when it comes to consumer products, it backfires. People don't just want to buy a pair of leggings or a nutrition plan. They want to see the star actually living with it. They want authenticity, proof, and connection. And Beyoncé rarely gives them that. Her businesses often feel more like art installations than lifestyle brands. The glossy campaigns are stunning, no doubt, but they don't make fans feel like these products belong in their everyday lives. Ivy Park looked amazing in a photo shoot, but when was the last time fans actually saw Beyoncé wearing it to the gym, on a walk, or even in a casual setting? The answer, almost never. And that's the gap. Fans see Beyoncé as an icon, not as a relatable figure guiding their shopping choices. Without that bridge, her products lose their human touch. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian plays the game completely differently. Now let's flip the script and look at Kim Kardashian. While Beyoncé struggles to translate her star power into sales, Kim has turned hers into a money-making machine. In 2019, she launched Skims, and by 2023, the brand hit a jaw-dropping $4 billion valuation. We're talking over $1 billion in yearly sales from shapewear, loungewear, and everyday basics. But Kim's secret isn't just the product. It's how she promotes it. She's constantly showing herself in Skims, whether it's a mirror selfie at home, a casual clip on Instagram, or even just running errands. Fans don't just see Skims in a glossy ad campaign, they see it as part of Kim's daily life. That relatability makes people feel like they're buying into her lifestyle, not just her brand. And while Beyoncé stays silent when her ventures face criticism, Kim thrives on it. Whether it's people dragging SKKN by Kim for sky-high pricing or accusing her of copying designs, she leans into the conversation. Every controversy turns into more headlines, more clicks, and ultimately, more sales. And the partnerships keep leveling her up, from official deals with the NBA to being tapped for the 2024 U.S. Olympic team uniforms. She doesn't just sell clothes, she sells cultural relevance. And the receipts show just how wide the gap really is. When you stack the numbers side by side, the scoreboard doesn't lie. Beyoncé's business track record reads like a list of what could have been. House of Duran? Gone. Ivy Park? Gone. Perfumes? Faded. 22 Days Nutrition? Vanished. One after another, projects that started with massive hype quietly disappeared. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian's scorecard looks completely different. Skims is thriving, pulling in billions. KKW Beauty was so valuable, she sold a chunk of it to Coty for $200 million. And even after shutting that brand down, she came right back with SKKN by Kim, which continues to push forward in the beauty space. And if you zoom out further, it's not just Kim. Rihanna turned Fenty Beauty into a cultural phenomenon and a billion-dollar empire. Even her lingerie line Savage X Fenty disrupted the fashion industry. It shows that when the formula is right, celebrity brands can dominate, just not in Beyoncé's case. So when the internet looks at Beyoncé's flops stacked up against Kim's and Rihanna's wins, the contrast is impossible to ignore. And the fans noticed. The internet turned it into a battle. The internet, of course, went wild. Beyoncé's loyal fan base, The Hive, jumped into full defense mode. She doesn't need the money, they insisted. She's focused on artistry, not leggings. Memes, tweets, and threads erupted defending her every move, trying to protect the queen's image. But on the flip side, Kim's army of fans wasn't holding back. Screenshots of Ivy Park clearance racks were shared endlessly, paired with captions like, "Meanwhile, Skims sold out in minutes." The comparisons were brutal, and the memes only added fuel to the fire. Even neutral observers couldn't ignore the pattern. Many pointed out the obvious. Rihanna and Kim have mastered relatability, posting behind-the-scenes moments, casual product demos, and real-life usage. Beyoncé's brand, by contrast, thrives on mystique. Fans admire her, but they don't feel connected to her products in the same way. Social media exploded with debates, viral threads, and clever memes framing the rivalry as music royalty versus business mogul. Each side had a point, but the conversation highlighted one undeniable truth: visibility and relatability sell, mystique and perfection sometimes don't. But beyond the shade and the memes, there's a deeper lesson here about business, influence, and connecting with your audience. When you look closer, the reasons behind Beyoncé's business struggles start to become clear. Her empire is built on control, polish, and perfection. She avoids controversy, rarely shows flaws, and keeps a tight grip on every aspect of her image. While that mystique makes her untouchable on stage, it creates distance in the business world. Beyoncé often relies on legacy corporations like Adidas, Pepsi, and L'Oreal to run her ventures. These partnerships can amplify a brand, but they also come with strings attached. The moment sales dip or expectations aren't met, these deals are quietly ended, leaving the product line to fade into obscurity. And unlike Kim Kardashian or Rihanna, Beyoncé doesn't fully play the modern PR game. There are no TikTok clips, no casual behind-the-scenes moments, no influencer marketing showing her using the products in real life. The result? Fans admire her as a goddess on stage, but they don't feel a personal connection to the products she's selling. In short, her mystique works in music but backfires in business. Fans love the queen, but in order to build sustainable ventures, they need to see her in the trenches, living and breathing the products, flaws and all. Without that, even blockbuster launches fizzle, and brand loyalty struggles to take hold. So, what does the future hold for Beyoncé? Can she reinvent her approach, or will her business ventures continue to fade into the background? At the end of the day, let's be clear, Beyoncé's musical legacy is untouchable. She can drop an album with zero promotion, and the internet would crash trying to stream it. Her stage presence, her artistry, her cultural impact, that's bulletproof. No one can touch her there. But when it comes to business, Kim Kardashian has rewritten the playbook. She's a hands-on mogul, constantly visible, relentlessly promoting her brands, turning controversies into marketing gold, and scaling her ventures into billions. She's redefining what it means to be a celebrity entrepreneur in the modern age. So while both women have built empires, they're playing completely different games. Beyoncé plays the artistry game, perfection, mystique, control. Kim plays the business game, relatability, visibility, consistency. And here's the thought-provoking part. Maybe Beyoncé doesn't need to win in business. She already dominates the stage and defines culture. But if she ever decided to step fully into Kim's arena, leveraging that same unmatched star power with hands-on promotion and relatability, the question is, would anyone else even stand a chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose strategy do you think works better in today's world? Beyoncé's mystique or Kim's mogul hustle? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insider breakdowns of celebrity empires, brand battles, and the stories you won't see anywhere else.